I've been handed the keys to the Hayabusa. Look at that scale of this. This is crazy. Hello everyone and welcome back to Ruby Rise. Today I'm at the largest used motorcycle dealership in the UK. I'm here at the Superbike Factory at Donington Park and we are here to have exclusive access to behind the scenes of what really goes on when you purchase a bike from Superbike Factory. Follow me and let's have a look.
We'll just show you the basis of the journey from when the bike comes in to when we hand it over to the customer.
Perfect.
Let's start from the beginning. We'll take it from the point where it comes into us at Donington.
Of course, yes. Yeah,
okay. Tom is going to show us the way.
So this is where you would do the 120 point check?
Yep.
Yes.
Do you mind just holding that one? Thank you. There we go.
The turning circle is like a boat, isn't it?
It's quite a long bike.
Yeah.
Have you ridden one before?
Never.
You'll be surprised.
I'm excited to see what actually goes on behind the scenes, you know. Such a large volume of bikes that you get as well.
Yes.
So I guess it has to be very kind of organised.
It's a process. I don't know if you're aware how we source motorcycles, but we have a fleet of van drivers.
Yeah.
And they go out. We have another sister company called We Buy Any Bike.
Yes.
The van drivers will go out, view the bikes,
Yeah.
and potentially purchase them off a customer.
Yeah.
So at that stage, they do a number of checks.
Yeah.
And they'll do a number of basic checks just to make sure that it's the right kind of quality that we're looking for, the right kind of bike, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Then it'll arrive here. Luckily, we've got a van showing you. That's exactly what would happen. It would roll off the back of that.
So if you're looking at selling a bike, we'll come pick it up, bring it off, or do a part exchange on your driveway, bring a new one to you.
One of our process operatives, these are what we call progressors. So these guys basically follow the journey of the bikes from when they come in to when they go out. I'm going to get Georgia just to talk you through some of the checks that they do when the bike first comes in.
Yeah.
Because they have to check the paperwork, the V5, etc. They have to sanitise all the documentation because we're not allowed to have other people's names on it, things because of GDPR, etc.
Before the bike makes it to us, the purchasing team will have already checked the credentials of the bike.
Yeah.
They would have made sure it's HPI clear, it's not been stolen, it's not got any category write-offs on it, and it will be in good condition before it even gets to us.
Yeah.
If it doesn't meet our standards, we do sell out to the trade, to other specialists that maybe deal with older bikes or bikes with problems.
Yeah. Because you don't buy anything older than 20 years, I believe.
The business itself does buy quite a lot.
Sorry, you sell them here.
Yeah.
But we don't retail it here.
Yes.
They're retail to the trade. It just means that we can meet that commitment to part exchanging with customers with pretty much whatever they've got.
Yes.
But we only maintain a high quality in our showroom, and the bikes that you buy are a lot newer and higher quality than they
low
used
mileage.
to be.
Yeah.
Lower mileage. And it means that we can then sort of offer this new and improved warranty that we're looking at 90
What's
days.
the max mileage you?
We tend to work on about 20,000 miles,
20,000.
but most of the stuff you see in the showroom will have significantly less than that.
Yeah, I have noticed. I mean, this has only done 5,000 miles, 12 years old. That's amazing for the age of the bike.
It's a really nice bike.
Yeah, and obviously some people might be concerned that a lower mileage older bike might have some cobwebs. But again, as you'll see later on, part of our checks is to thoroughly go through and just make sure it's fully roadworthy and there's no issues been hanging around on it.
Also, you supply the bikes with 90-day warranty and at least 6-month MOT. So you can't really go wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect.
Georgia, if you...
When it comes in, we have the driver pack with the V5 in, manual service book. We just go through it all and just comfortable roll everything.
Yes.
The last customer's details on it. And then we check and make sure everything is correct, check the mileage, and then check it into our system to change it so that it's located at Donington, change the key tags, and then it's on our site, and then we push it around to the workshop for them to work on it.
Lovely.
Which is the next step we'll show you.
More selective the process of choosing what bikes.
Yes, we're a lot more selective now than we were before.
Yeah.
Right, so
wow.
This is the workshop.
What is the biggest workshop I've ever seen?
This is it used to be both sides.
Was this like a car?
This was the Donington collection. It was a museum for Formula One cars. Yes.
Look at that scale of this. This is crazy.
These are extractors, so when we're working on the bikes inside, we run the bikes up as part of the check. Yeah. Obviously, you've got to make sure it runs all right, things work when it is running. And because we're in a closed space, we put extractors on to take all the fumes out. But
that's where we keep Tom most of the time.
No. Tyres.
We've got everything there, and then any sort of newer tyres that we've got starting to put Pirellis on at the back, including brake pads, manufactured parts from all brands, all in little cubbies.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff we can fix on the same day.
How many mechanics?
9 at the moment. They're not all here today. Currently offered 2 more. We're interviewing a 3rd one on Friday and
Yeah.
maybe a 4th coming up. So we're looking to hire other people.
Brilliant, 9 as well.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think in this space,
how many benches you got?
Well over
20?
how many are there?
20 techs in this side.
Yes.
And then at least another 10, 15 that side if we needed
This
to.
is
Yes.
so impressive.
Yeah,
I
brilliant.
honestly genuinely thought the workshop would be like a little
No.
workshop,
No,
like
no.
it's a side thing.
Yeah, we're not just a dealership though, we're one of the production sites.
Yeah.
So,
When you say production,
Yes.
Donington and Macclesfield are 2 of the production sites. So we're the ones with the big workshops.
Yeah.
We fix the majority of the bikes.
Oh,
And then we
yeah.
send out some of the
Send
bikes
them to
the
other
smaller
bra-
ones.
Yes.
We've got Bradford, Milton Keynes,
Yeah.
Crawley,
Yeah.
and Bristol.
So if a
Yeah.
bike needs work and it's going to Milton Keynes, you'd sort it out here.
Yes.
Brilliant.
in most
100%.
cases, the other sites do have smaller workshops where
Yeah.
they can manage some work.
Tyres and
Yeah.
minor services.
Yeah,
and
minor
services.
stuff, yeah.
But for the big stuff
Yeah.
and the general inbound volume, they come through here in Macclesfield because we've
Yes.
got the space for it, as
Yes.
you can see.
Macclesfield bigger?
Lot bigger. A lot bigger. I think that they've got, how many techs now currently?
20 something.
20 odd?
It's about 1,000 bikes, isn't it?
Macclesfield will,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we're not too far off in peak season.
One of our younger techs,
Yeah.
Ben, who is a legend, and we'll get him to just show you some of the basic checks that we do.
Perfect.
Obviously we do a 120 point check,
Yeah.
which you won't do today, but it
But
just
just
gives
show
you
us,
a
yeah.
feel for part of the journey.
So this is typically what you would do with a bike that you've just picked up from the van.
So once it's been checked in,
Yeah.
it comes straight round, we park it up in that corridor,
Yeah.
then in the morning one of the techs will come and book it from that row, and they'll start doing the internal checks.
Yeah.
And this is where we decide whether we need to do any further work on the bike
Yeah.
and exactly what we need to do.
Yeah.
So this is the point where it gets all of its nice checks, which Ben will show us.
So Ben, what would you start with on a bike like this?
So first thing, always check your oil.
Yeah.
We won't run it up for this purposes for the video, but always check your oil. So we'll pick the bike up, we'll get it upright.
Yeah.
So I can see that oil. It's nice between the 2 lines. We're pretty much on the max. The colour of the oil is pretty good. It's not too dark. If it was far too dark and had sort of a bad carbon smell to it, we'd replace it.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're all good. Coolant. We'll check the coolant wherever it is on this one. So I can see it down there. We're in between the full and low marks, so we're all good on that. We'll lift her up.
Do accidents ever happen?
Yes, of course, yeah, they do. Rarely. We tend to be quite careful.
Things do fail, side stands can snap just like that.
Ben, what are you up to?
So I'm currently checking the front end of the bike. So I've just felt the head bearings. We're right side to side. We've got no notches. Back and forth's fine as well.
Yeah.
I've spun the wheel to check for any sort of buckles. With UK roads, if you hit a pothole, you might notice sometimes your wheel is quite out of shape, but we're all out on that.
I'm glad that one's fine. Because I'm riding it in a minute. Buckled wheel.
So we'll check the tyre valve. If they're too old, sometimes they can start perishing and cracking. Tyres, so we're looking around the sidewall, seeing if there's any sort of bulges, cracking.
Do you check the age a bit?
Yeah, we can do. If it's far too old or if it's squared off, we can replace them.
Yeah.
Wheel bearings all right, so I'd say the front end is all right.
Lovely.
So then
Good to
I'd
know.
work my way round to the back.
Let's have a look at what Ben's doing this side. So you,
Try and get it as secure as possible. It's always a challenge on these bigger bikes.
Worth mentioning that we're partnered with Motul, obviously.
so they supply the oil?
Yeah, oil filter's all good.
Yeah.
Nice and clean, no leaks out of it. So essentially just do the front end checks on the rear. So
Yeah. Binding,
no
brakes,
binding,
buckled wheel.
brakes all good, sidewall looks all good.
It's quite good that you've partnered up with Pirelli and Motul. So if you were to change oil or put tyres on, there'll be quality
Yes.
products.
And the rear disc's all good as well. There's
Yeah.
no pitting on it, there's no lip. Rear wheel. So we're just looking for sort of any dangerous splits or any sort of nails in the tyre or anything.
Would you test ride it? Take it out for because I see these trade plates on some of your bikes. So that means that you take it out for a road test.
Well, that's what happens after this internal check is one of 3 things. It'll either go for a road test.
Yeah.
If it's under 3,000 miles and 3 years old, it'll generally just go straight round for photography and then into the showroom.
Yeah.
And if it needs some work that we haven't picked up on, in the first stages, it'll go straight into what we call the work list, and then it will get worked on before it's retailed.
Cool. So would that be?
Yeah,
that would be the check.
That's briefly it. Obviously, as Matt said,
Normally takes about 25,
yeah,
30 minutes.
about 25, 30.
Yeah.
We're just giving you a taste of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
For the purposes.
Quick run
Amazing.
over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ben, for that.
Not to worry.
On to the next step. So now, road test.
Now we'll go up
Yep.
for road test, yep. That looks like an
Nice.
H2.
Yeah, SX, isn't it? That's the SX.
So we go back to process for the photography. They'd normally
Yeah.
clean it. We've got a little jet wash area
Lovely.
there.
Oh,
a little valet area.
So this is the
And-
valet. Is that the MOT centre?
That's for MOTs.
Can you show this?
This is the valet area
MOT,
over here.
valeting there.
Yeah. And this is where we would photograph the bike.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I recognise that on Auto Trader.
sorry?
On Auto Trader, I think sometimes you have that
Yes.
background. Yeah, I recognise it.
Did you want to see it spinning?
Yeah.
125.
Oh. Let's see. Be nice to have something like that at home, like just to look at your bikes and change it up. So what's next? Listed?
The bike will go through the workshop again and get some more exit checks, which is very similar to the internal that we do, but this
Oh,
time
really?
we're checking tyre pressures, engine oil, make sure everything works just before it finally goes out to the customer. Then it'll be valeted, then it goes to one or two places, either into this next hall where it goes out for delivery,
Yeah.
or we'll head back up to handover where we'd hand it over to the customer, which you're the customer today. So
Yeah.
we'll get Pete to assist us with that journey. And
Yeah.
when we get there, he'll run you through some of the handover checks that he does with the customer as we're giving him the bike.
That exit check is done by a different technician to the one that
Yeah.
did the inbound checks.
Yes.
So there's always going to be two sets of eyes on the bike as well
Good.
as
Yeah.
a quality check in the middle.
Yeah.
This is Pete, and he'll help us on our next part of the journey. We can go this way, and then we can head back through the workshop.
So there's always bikes coming and going.
Yes,
That's it.
like that.
That's a new MT10, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's Tommy. He's one of our more senior technicians. We'll just try and pretend that you're the customer,
Yeah.
and Pete will show you just exactly the sort of last things that we do.
We have shipped
Desert
a few
X.
bikes abroad for people.
Really?
Yeah,
Have
so
you
we
shipped
buy some of the
them
premium
I didn't know
sports
that. I didn't know that. Doesn't
I
surprise
have
me.
a lot of followers in Middle East and
Uh-huh.
Turkey and stuff. I didn't know that you
Yeah,
could.
generally if the shipping can be organised,
Yeah.
we're happy to sell to anyone.
Uh-huh.
It goes through all the
Thank
same
you.
checks, make sure it is absolutely road legal as it should be.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to buy a certain model that we have, you can buy it and we can work with you to arrange shipping.
Handover.
Welcome to handover. We're going to start your bike up. Do a few checks. We'll go around, do a few checks, check all the lights.
So whilst they're not
Paint beams,
necessarily
flashes.
technician level trained, there is that basic sort of checking to make sure the basic functions, the consumer functions work as they should. Indicators, brake lights. This is normally done in the morning as well before the handover, so they'll do pre-checks before the customers arrive.
Sorry, got to do the horn. Volume works. Brake lights.
Just to make sure what we're sending out with you on just before you leave is absolutely right. Just in case between there and here, the wolf's blown in you, brake light or something like that.
Yeah, so that's basically the journey of a bike in Superbike Factory.
And then it gets delivered there, no?
Oh, look, you even get...
That was perfect timing.
I meant
You're
that
like,
to- see what-
but
yeah, I meant
that's,
that to
you just
happen.
said this is the journey of what a bike goes through, and then it gets delivered. Amazing.
There's
stuff.
no such thing as perfect timing. Yes, there is.
Your criteria has changed a lot in terms of like being selective on what bikes you bring in and how you take them through the checks and everything like that. You're just a bit more stricter, I guess, with the.
We've moved away from more of a value proposition into a slightly higher quality, deal for the customer.
I've been handed the keys to the Hayabusa, and it's time to test ride the Hayabusa for the first time ever. But can I just go back to where we were a minute ago? It's honestly so refreshing to see how much work goes on behind the scenes when they first get bike delivery. So when they buy the bikes to sell to the customers. So it goes through quite a lot, including 2 checks. So the 120 point check happens first, and then another pair of eyes will check the bike just before it goes to handover. So it was really eye-opening to see that amount of work that goes on behind the scenes to make sure the bike is in a great condition to be taken out by the customer. If you would like to see my first impressions of the Suzuki Hayabusa 1300, then check out my next video because I'm vlogging the entire ride for you guys to check out. Till next time, guys. When you first purchase a bike, when they first purchase it. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Ruby, by
meet
the
you.
way. That was not in the bag. What do you think? Okay, just once more. 1, 2, 3.
I keep flitting from one person to the next.
I thought you were just trying to show yourself to the camera, like I'm here.
No, I'm definitely not. I've got more of a face of radio than
Oh,
camera.
don't say that. That made me jump.
Sorry. Yeah,
You've got to bring the bike down, Pete. Do you want a hand?
Why would you want to